here now, Ambassador Joe Donnelly, U.S. Ambassador to the Holy See during the Biden administration. Good morning to you. Such a pleasure. Thank you for being here. As you heard the Pope's message, what stood out to you as he spotlighted global conflicts in his first remarks?
I think the first thing that stood out to me was how comfortable he looks. That he looks like I've been preparing for this my whole life, and I've got this. And he's diving right in, talking about Ukraine, talking about Gaza, talking about all of these incredibly challenging situations, and that he wants an end to war. So he has a clear moral voice. And I think when he speaks, he says, "What would Jesus Christ want me to say?" And that's what he talks about.
What kind of role, I mean, given your experience, can a pope play in trying to broker peace with some of the global conflicts, starting with Ukraine and Russia?
Oh, I think probably one of the most prominent roles in the world. When I was the ambassador, I worked with Cardinal Zuppi, who was Pope Francis' special envoy on the Ukraine-Russia matter. And I took Cardinal Zuppi to the White House to meet with President Biden. Cardinal Zuppi was able to bring back hundreds of Ukrainian children. There's many, many more that Russia has taken. But for all of those, the families were overjoyed when they came back. A clear voice on the situation between Israel, the Palestinians, Gaza, all of those things. There's probably no more respected moral voice in the world than the voice of the Pope.
He has already spoken, as Robert mentioned, to Ukraine's President Zelensky. Might he also speak with President Putin? Is that an expectation?
I think he would be happy to do so. It's a question probably of whether President Putin wants to speak with him, and also the subjects to be discussed. There's preparation that would go into a call like that. But I think the Pope is open because he wants to solve this horrendous situation.
Ahead of his inauguration, he'll have a busy week. After that, the question then becomes, who does he speak with and where does he travel in the world first? He's been described as a citizen of the world. I know it's a bit of speculation, but what do you anticipate his focus and foundation to be as he looks to travel?
I probably think it'll be a little while before he comes to the United States, because he doesn't want everyone to think, well, he's just a U.S. Pope. He's the world's Pope. He's the Pope of the entire church. And so probably maybe to South America or to Africa, I think would be probably the most likeliest, or to a war zone like Gaza. That could be a game changer in those areas, where if he took a trip to Gaza, went to Holy Family Church, where Pope Francis called that parish every single night at 7 p.m. It would be stunning to see that.
Wow. I think that we expect that at some point he will travel back to the U.S. where he is from. The Chicagoans would love to see him back in the Windy City as well. The Cardinals, I thought, interestingly, Ambassador, were asked about the selection of this Pope and his United States roots and building bridges with this current administration. What might that look like?
Well, I think that he wants a good relationship, but he won't be compromising on his core beliefs. And so what it will look like, I think, is a reach out from both sides to try to come together. When I was ambassador, you don't agree on every issue, but you agree on a lot of issues. And so it's critical for the Vatican to have a constructive relationship with the world's most powerful country, and that's us, the United States. But you will also not see him compromise on what he thinks are the issues and the beliefs that he has to have at his core.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.